Well, it was more than 20 years ago that Bill Clinton was first exposed as a sexual predator, and for decades the left defended him from attack. Only now, with his wife defeated and his family safely neutralized as a political force, the left is going after him. During an appearance on The Late Show, Clinton was pressed by Stephen Colbert in a way he likely should have been years ago but never was. Here's part of it.
I apologize to my family, to Monica once again, her family, to the American people. I meant it then, I meant it now. I've had to live with the consequences every day since.
It seemed tone deaf to me because you seemed offended to be asked about this thing when, in all due respect, sir, your behavior was the most famous example of a powerful man sexually misbehaving in the workplace of my lifetime.
Dave Rubin hosts the Rubin Report, and he joins us tonight. Dave, great to see you.
Great
in
to
town
see you,
for a rare appearance. So I don't know if I'm going soft or something. I've never liked Bill Clinton. I obviously wouldn't vote for him. Why do I suddenly feel sorry for him? Because he's this sort of old guy who's been cast aside by a party because he's no longer useful. That's my instinct. I don't know.
Wow, that's weird. If you just suddenly went soft on Bill Clinton, I'm not exactly sure what I'm doing here on this Tucker Carlson show.
He's disposable, and so they're attacking him now.
Well, look, the left eats their own. I mean, this is exactly what I've been talking about on my show for the last couple of years. This might be a case where the left is supposed to eat their own, but they eat their own even when they're not supposed to eat their own. But it's interesting that he's still trying to frame himself as the victim here. I mean, he's not the victim. He's not the victim when it comes to Monica Lewinsky, and he's certainly not the victim when it comes to all those other women, regardless of what the actual truth is, if we're supposed to believe the initial accusation. And then, of course, you have to find evidence for those things. But this is just this is the nature of what's happening in general with the internet right now, that the conversation just doesn't stop. And, you know, when this was happening with Bill Clinton back in the early 90s, this was only happening on the media. You know, mainstream media was only having these conversations. Now it can keep bubbling up online, and they can't control it anymore. So then it bubbles up, and then next thing he knows, he's having to do this with Colbert, and he's not happy about it.
It would be a safe space.
Yeah.
So you're on the road with Jordan Peterson.
I am.
Which, unfortunately, because of my job, I can't see it, but I really wish I could because it sounds amazing. You just went to UNH to talk about free speech, and here's part of the reception.
Oh, my. We're playing this? All right.
Watch this.
You will hopefully treat people as individuals and be willing to have friends of all colors and ethnicities and all of that stuff.
We are not the problem. We are not the problem. We are not the problem.
You almost got it except for the word not. Can we try that one? Yeah. You know what? I'll give you a cookie if you can say something else. How about that? I got a whole tray of cookies back there.
Hate speech does incite violence. Hate speech does incite violence.
Ladies, I'll gladly take a question from you. Have we established that already? Groupthink, man. It's alluring.
It was almost worth it just to hear your responses, which were superb, by the way.
Thank you. They make it easy.
But what was the complaint exactly?
Well, first off, I want to clarify that when you see all those empty seats behind me, that is because it was supposed to be 300 people at the event on campus at University of New Hampshire, but then because of threats, they couldn't secure campus. That's what we were told. So they moved it to a 7,500 seat hockey rink. So then I'm standing there in front of 300 people. But basically, look, 250 of those kids came there to listen, and it was with Turning Point USA, which is a conservative college organization. I go up there, I talk about being gay married, and I talk about being pro-choice and against the death penalty, and a whole bunch of stuff that conservatives shouldn't like, right, that we could debate all day long.
Yes.
And they're happy to have me there. It's the 50 others that come with noisemakers to scream at you and berate you and give endless sort of useless slogans. And then when I look at them, I made a point. I said, I'm looking you right in the eye right now. I said, do you have a question? Is there anything that I've said that offends you? Is there anything that you'd like to share with me? And then they either go silent or start screaming. But the most interesting part of this, and I didn't know this till about a week ago, one of the protesters there was a trans woman in the back who was yelling and telling me to go F myself and a bunch of other stuff. It turns out she's a gender studies professor at the university. So you literally have university professors from gender studies, if we want to consider that a real discipline or not. We literally have them showing up to silent speakers on college campuses, and that's actually okay these days. That's how crazy it is.
Did you ever get to the I mean, they're obviously unhappy people, But did you get to the court complaint? Like, what
There
do
is
they
no
want
court.
you to do?
There's nothing you want. They want you to bow forever. That's it. They want you to bow. They're not there to listen. They're not there. They want you to bow and listen to them. They're not there to have the exchange of free speech. I mean, I made it so clear. If your audience is welcome to watch the whole video, it's about 2 hours. It's on my YouTube channel. And it's like, we put that up. I didn't even want to put it up. We put it up only because I saw people selectively editing it and making it seem like I was shutting them down. And it's, come on.
They want you to bow.
They want you to bow.
Dave
Don't
Rubin
bow.
On the road with Jordan Peterson. Thank you, Dave. Great.
Thanks, man.
We will make America great again.